Let's start. Such a funny thing. You never think about those things. Guys, come on. I have a super funny story.
Fantastic space. Let's go back inside and show you the ensuite bathroom. Also, to be opened and closed with the pocket doors, we find ourselves in a very luxurious ensuite bathroom.
Look, it's so beautiful. They still wanted to have glass to the terrace, so they kept it. So the mirror is a little bit in the front, so you can still see in between the mirrors the mountain. They know that is a lot of natural light coming in. That's why they chose darker ceiling in wood, which is beautiful. The details here, you see the stone around to the right where they have built-in shelves with the same wooden detail and the lighting. You have a bathtub with views. Beautiful.
Let's just put some focus on this entire console here, which is your two-sink vanity. I love that the sink here is actually triangular and longitudinal.
Even if I don't like this stone, they kept it throughout the whole house. Everything has a thought. Everything is matching. That's what makes it different.
Patrick, have I missed something?
No, it sums it up.
One thing they missed as well, there is built-in speakers everywhere, even in the bathroom. That's a really, really luxurious feeling to have.
Here you get to see the Cavanova custom-made wine cellar that I'm going to be explaining later. Love the staircase and all the veins and the...
I have a super funny story. Super funny. So you see the tree next to the staircase. It's fake. The person who bought the tree, I hope they got fired, but it's a fake tree because they just wanted to put something there and they were in a hurry. The person who bought it and put it there, he or she didn't realize it's a marijuana tree.
I mean, it's legal, right?
Totally legal.
Okay.
It's fake, but it's literally something I reacted immediately. I'm like, what is going on? And even the client laughed and reacted. It was such a funny experience when me and client saw it. We were like, what is this? But it was fake. I'm glad that it was fake.
That's all it is.
Because they were waiting for a really nice olive tree and it didn't come in time, so that's why they just put something in plastic. And the person who bought it, they didn't look and they didn't have the knowledge that it looked the way it did. It's a super funny story. It's a super cozy, nice, small bench. And there, when the client moved in, it was a beautiful olive tree.
And just there we have the laundry room, which I think I have to show you because it's, again, a fantastic space. We have the washer and the dryer.
Very well thought laundry room. You actually have a separate entrance where you also have the machinery room. Even here, they did a really good job. They didn't save. This looks better than many 15 million euro villas laundry room.
This is a little mud room, basically, once again, but at the ground floor. Hang your clothes.
Look, even the storage room, you have perfect. It feels like you want to keep nice stuff here, not just throw inside things.
My collection of hiking equipment.
Patrick has like 20 rucksacks.
Yeah, you didn't see it, but you have a separate entrance to those rooms.
All right, so the hobby of the master who created this entire wall turned into a profession, because what you're looking at are not logs of wood. This is, once again, Patrick, glass fiber.
I have to say, this wooden detail, for me, it was just a little bit too much. I would want to have something more clean because the house is a little bit more modern than this barn style wooden detail. This is one of the things I didn't like in the house.
This would be your snug little bar area, 6 stools. Get your...
This is a perfect place to have the wine cellar. The only thing I didn't like, they have transparent glass and there is natural light coming in. The new buyer would cover it, he said, so it will be completely covered from that side. Otherwise, it was a good size wine cellar for this basement, especially connected to the entertainment area.
And I have to say, it makes me happy to see a full bodega.
I have to say, it also makes me happy to see, and it makes me even more happy when you fill the bodega with good stuff. It doesn't need to be the most expensive, but at least good. In this case, the owner knows a lot about wine, so he chose to not have it. He chose to have it empty because this was extra. It was not included in the price. That I don't like. If you're gonna fill in, make sure that it's included with the house. In this case, it didn't matter because the buyer has a lot of knowledge about wine, so he will fill up with his own wine.
Out of various reasons.
Yes. Yes, now we can say it openly.
Sad if it's
Yeah,
empty.
we did come to many homes where your own TV room in your basement. Now the basement has just over 200 square meters as well, just like the main floor, nicely illuminated. You see the light on my face, that's from windows that illuminated.
One thing where the windows are, that's where you will park the car. It's a carport. The buyer listened to my advice to close it off and make it a garage, which makes sense, and make a dark garage so you can highlight your cars with lights. And also I told him to get drapes to make sure that if you want to close it off and make it completely dark, you can do that. The shelves are beautifully done, customized carpentry work with lights. For me, I love this basement.
Very stylish. Now, you would think that we are done with this area, but you are not right.
You are mistaken.
You
sir.
are mistaken. This is also something we have never seen.
I have another funny story, really funny story. So when the client was about to get the house, we sent the last time full cleaning team to make sure that everything is clean and ready for the client. And they thought it's dust.
Fast cleaning service.
So they completely cleaned and vacuumed the whole sand. But without sand, it doesn't glide. So we had to add extra sand again. Such a funny thing. You never think about those stuff.
Now, if I were just to lean onto this wall, I'd be like, what's going on here? A secret door, number 1, which is a hidden bedroom in the basement, making it the 5th and last bedroom we will show you. Thus, though nicely illuminated from the window. And of course, the same cupboards with the micro cement look. Big mirror setup maybe here.
I know it's a very small bedroom, but still it's a 5th bedroom and very well done anyway. You see the wardrobes, the wallpaper, the bathroom, everything is well thought.
You're right, 2 rooms. This would be another secret compartment, which houses the toilet for your guests or for whomever uses this area.
Look at this guest toilet in a basement. Beautiful.
Outer laid with the wooden panel that just nicely curves around, natural stone sink, wallpaper, and very indirect and cozy light, just setting a great atmosphere for this room.
I like the green ceiling.
Yeah, because obviously bathrooms are really important because we do spend some time there and you want that time to be joyful and you want it to be in an environment that lets you relax. And now I don't even know where the door is, but there is another room. That's lucky. And it is your gym and spa cave, literally. Now we have a complete gym setup. Okay, maybe not complete, but we have the bench press set up from LI.
This is a quite good gym, you know. It's not you have what is necessary, but that's it. It's a super small gym, but it makes sense. At least they have thought through what to put. You have a bench, you have the free weights, you have some kettlebells.
Like shower just here with the same glass fiber stone feature this time. I love the rose golden color of the taps here and the turning knobs, and of course kind of cave-like feeling with the shower head just above.
2 of them even.
They are huge.
Not enough.
Yeah, you could do shower here, hot and cold, hot and cold. You know the drill. Now, here we have the steam room, the hammam, And what's really interesting is that Roger told us that the maker of this room, all these copper plates that have been stuck onto the bench, had to carve each of them individually out to fit onto the bench. So thousands of hours of work went into creating this.
Wow.
The steam room is gorgeous.
Yeah, maybe
think a
not
few
thousands,
hours.
but a lot.
Can you imagine if the door is to this area is open? You have the wine cellar, you have the entertainment area, you have the gym, you have everything is somehow connected. The layout is perfect.
Your toilet in a black theme. So you have the black one sink vanity here. And we will now take you outside, so let's go. Just outside of the kitchen, of course, you have your eating al fresco.
That's the area I was talking about, just outside the kitchen, which makes sense. You have glass on top, so perfect if it's a rainy day.
A nice dinner outside or lunch right here. And they've prepared it so elegantly, kind of giving this bohemian chic vibe. Now right there, let me show it to you, is an Italian outdoor custom-made kitchen for this house. We have bar seats.
Okay, the outdoor kitchen is really nice, well designed, beautiful. There is the olive tree at the back. I really like it. What I missed here that I would wish they had done, where the new buyer actually listened to me, he will put a lot of plants around to cover that area, both from future neighbors and also from the road. So you have it even more private. Nobody can see in from the road because it's the way it's designed. You can see out but not in. But still, you want to hide it away. And this space, I would create more of plants and greenery, which the new buyer said he would do.
Wow. Now we also have, careful there, Patrick, the sunbeds nicely laid out for you to enjoy the sun.
This pool looks big, but it's not that big. The design itself, the way it's made, and the floating and the edge makes it look much bigger than it is. But beautifully done with the furniture, as you can see here, and the views here is marvelous.
I didn't even know that little detail. Oh wow, this is cool. So basically this is a piece of bamboo in which the shower has been built in. Careful.
It's basically showering with a view there.
Oh yeah. Great. Let's move on to the nest, which is just there.
It's not the biggest plot, but the way they utilize the whole plot and that you actually have flat area next to your living room, the kitchen and everything, it's amazing. And now you come to the detail why the name is the nest. I actually have a picture of sitting there with a nice suit and looking very happy after I sold this property.
Bedroom here that also has the access point out. The second bedroom right there. And this landing, which is your car.
This I didn't like. They put fake grass. Either put something else or put real grass. I didn't like that at all. So this, I told the buyer, you should close it off and make it a garage, which he did. It makes much more sense. It's a perfect size for a 2-car garage, and you can actually fit 1 or 2 cars just outside the garage as well, still inside your plot.
This is a bit confusing, ladies and gentlemen, because this is not the entry into the garage actually. It is a storage room, which is about this narrow, so you will not be able to fit a car into it. But it's nicely hidden. Yeah, maybe, yeah.
The reason why they did that, because if they're gonna keep it open, you need to have the storage closed, of course.
Perfect.
Okay, guys, let's summarize. This was very, very interesting to critique a house that I already sold. Yeah, it was fun. Okay, let's do a fixer score. Design. The property is renovated, so they kept the original foundation and original details of the Spanish Andalusian house, which I think they did a really good job. Of course, it could be many things different, but the house is positioned where it is. You have to play around and try to find the best solution of the design. So the design and the style, I have to give it a 9 out of 10. Views. Beautiful views. Directly from entrance, you see the mountain, you see the sea. When you come a little bit closer inside the house, you see the neighbor apartments. So that's the score that it takes down. On the left side of the house, you have a lot of greenery, protected green zone. So for the views, I will give an 8 out of 10. Functionality and garage. The new buyer did close it and made it a garage, so it's a very smart thing to do. Functionality wise, the size of the property, what they did with the property, I think they did an amazing job. So I will give an 8 out of 10. The location, it's not a gated area, it's just next to the road, but it's an end street, so it's quite quiet, and there is only 2 more houses after this house. So, and the views are nice and it's a safe area. So I would still give it a 7 out of 10. The layout. The layout for me, the size you have and what you needed to do with the property, I have to give it a 9 out of 10. There is a small things that you could have done differently, but it's almost perfect. Wow factors. There is so many wow factors, so many details, so many carpentry work. For me, what you created for 5.2 million in this house on what you had, it's 10 out of 10. I really have to give that. It's the first time I'm giving a 10 in anything. Privacy. It's quite private. You do see some of the houses and they look into your house, but they're quite far away. So privacy wise, I would say it's an 8 out of 10. Qualities. For me, the way they spend, how much they spend, same there, 10 out of 10. And now comes the last and the most important question. No, I forgot one more thing. The price. For me, it's priced completely correct. 5.2. So price-wise, I think it's correctly priced. Maybe even a little bit too low. Then the real question, should you buy it? And the answer is yes. That's the reason why I sold it, and that's the reason why I sold it for full asking. It took me 2 weeks from the open house to sell it. And this shows perfect example that even if you do a property that is smaller, that is lower in price, you have to do all in. You have to do it with passion. You have to try to do it as much as you can and to think in details. If you cannot afford it, that means that you bought the property too expensive. But if you're going to do as a development, renovation, do it in a way that the client, even if the client comes in the property and says, yeah, it's not in a gated area, yeah, the house is too close to the road, it doesn't have a garage. There is so many specific details that makes you forget everything that is bad about the house, everything. And that's why I sold it. And that's why I sold it full asking. So please, when you do this type of project development, do think about this. Don't do a mistake that think like, oh, if we don't do it all the way in the basement or this and that, people will not care because we spend so much money everywhere else. No, people don't care about that. If you do something, do it right. Okay, guys, thank you so much for a new video. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Make sure if it's a good thing or bad things, if you don't agree with me. I do like my haters. So make sure to comment, and I'll see you next video. Ciao. Okay. Bravo. Oh.